Mais vous avez vendu Lumumba.
Mais vous avez vendu Lumumba.
Sankara est trahi beaucoup.
Sankara est trahi beaucoup.
Yes.
Oh, how did I do?
Good.
I should stick to content creation and move to rapping.
I think you have to stick to it.
Content creation.
Yes.
When looking at Sankara and Lumumba, they were betrayed.
Yes.
Because they spoke out.
Because they spoke out.
You were speaking out.
Yes. But, and now I'm living in exile. And who sent me in exile? It's not néocolonialism, but it's a dictator from my country. La traite a vidé le continent de ses cerveaux et bras valides. Voilà que vous continuez le travail. En gardant la monnaie de singe, vous vous en servez. Et acculez la terre-mère à la perdition. Oh, I went too far.
Hi guys, welcome to Tech for Peace Africa and Authentic Bemogoma, to another episode of Draw, Act and Rap. And I'm super excited today because we have an actual rapper from Africa, but not from Kenya, which is where I'm from. He's gonna tell us where he's from. He's quite famous. Since I got to DC, I've just been hearing his name since day one. The rapper for democracy. I think that is pretty cool. It's different than what we usually see.
Yes.
Why rapping for democracy before you introduce yourself in a few words?
I mean, because I'm a big fan of freedom. So I'm also struggling for freedom of expression in Congo. That's where I'm from. So yeah, maybe that's why.
And
but
now,
it's fine. It's cool.
It's cool. No, I think it's pretty cool. And now that we know you're from Congo, I mean, what are you doing in DC? What is your name and how did you get into this?
Yeah, so my name is Martial Pannuci. I was born and I grew up in Congo Brazzaville, and I'm here for a program, and I just forgot to mention my artistic name, which is Martial Pannuci, and I'm well known as Martial Pannuci. And I started rapping several years ago, almost 20 years. So I was in primary school and I started rapping for fun. And then it turns to something different because Congo was and still
is
a dictatorship. So yeah, so that's why I get involved in the struggle for freedom and also for democracy, because I just realized that democracy and freedom works together.
Thank you very much, Martial, and welcome to Tech for Peace Africa and Authentic Bemogoma. So we are going to be doing one of the three. So here we have act, rap, and draw.
Okay.
And the lyrics for the rap are picked from your songs.
Okay.
But I know you don't know which one exactly I picked, so that's the fun bit.
Yeah.
For act and for draw, we have still keywords from some of the songs, things that I thought or felt like they will speak to the audience and a general perspective for the African context. Africa, we have very many languages, and I know you predominantly speak French.
Lingala.
Lingala.
And then French.
Wait, that was Lingala. Is
No,
that Lingala in the song?
there's no Lingala inside. It's French.
Okay, because I would be in trouble because I was about to say I'm going to read it in French or Lingala. Yeah, so let's say it in French. Please do not laugh at my French. I have been practicing just for this. And you can explain it to us in English.
Sure.
What do you want to do first?
I would say rap, but...
Well, you're a rapper. I will not allow you to do that first.
But so you choose.
No, I'll give you a choice.
Okay, so I will draw. Maybe let's start with drawing.
Okay, time's up.
Okay.
So this is what I have. You have to show them what you have.
Okay. This is what I have.
Okay. So you wanna go first?
Okay. I would say
it's a word from your songs.
Okay.
From your
verses. But you know, some of them they are kind of the same at some point. But for the boat, I would say illegal migration.
No, I did not see that. No. Okay. Continue.
War.
Who came with boats? Which people came with boats?
Okay, colonization.
Yes, but now there's something else you have in your song. That Africans are the ones who are doing it now.
Neocolonialism. Okay.
But you did very well. I
Okay.
would not have guessed it.
Mine is here.
So we have M-Pesa. That is, I'm Kenyan, so I know. Money. You want to explain more so that as I try to figure it out?
I didn't really get time. So here you have coins,
Okay.
and here you have foreigner
Currency.
foreign currency. Yeah, so that's all.
Am I the one who's terrible at guessing, or this is poor artist?
Maybe, but I can give you more explanations.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in public treasury.
Corruption.
Kind of.
What's the word?
It's stealing.
Stealing. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. You could have drawn a hand taking.
Yes, but I didn't have time to finish the drawers.
Okay, next time I'll give you more time.
Okay.
So, I think what we should do is find the lyrics where we have these two words, and maybe that will provide context.
Okay.
I'll be the one to check, not you.
Okay.
Yeah, I found the first one that I picked is neocolonialism. Rap it for us.
So, I will rap it in French.
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's vous plaignez du néocolonialisme, mais vous avez vendu le Lumumba, Sankara et trahi beaucoup. Et vous vous plaignez d'avoir libéré Mandela, lui qui se retournerait dans sa tombe en voyant les monstres que vous devenez juste. Demandez après, messieurs les présidents. Yeah, I think it's so.
I know President is president.
Yes, of course.
I know Sankara and Lumumba.
Yes.
But those are not French words.
Yes. So just to come back on the neocolonialism, in the context of the song, it was really denouncing those African dictators who are trying now to make people believe that neocolonialism is coming back again, since it's supposed to be there for a long time. So here I was really talking to them. They are the one accusing neocolonialism instead of pointing or naming what's the situation, because they are the one not respecting the laws they vote. So, and then they just accuse neocolonialism. So sometimes it's not neocolonialism, but it's bad government.
Yeah.
Bad governance. Yeah.
It's true.
So sometimes it's bad governance, because those who betrayed Lumumba, it was, of course, there was a neocolonialism hand, but who killed, who shot?
We are the problem ourselves.
We are part of the problem,
Yeah,
so we should mention that, and it's important.
That is true. Okay, I want you to teach me how to rap.
Okay.
Because I'm imagining myself at the concert.
Okay.
You have an upcoming concert very soon,
Okay.
yeah?
Okay.
So I want to be able to sing along to this.
So for this song, you really have to point your thing on the camera, because it's really talking to African leaders.
Presidents.
So, vous plaignez du néocolonialisme.
Du
Néocolonialisme.
neocolonialisme.
Mais vous avez vendu Lumumba.
Mais vous avez vendu de Lumumba.
Sankara et trahi beaucoup.
Sankara et trahi beaucoup.
Yes.
Oh, how did I do?
Good.
I should
Good.
stick to content creation and move to rapping.
I think you have to stick to it.
Content creation.
Yes, and maybe after another training session, we will definitely.
rapping.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
you're welcome.
Do you mind providing a context before we move to the next thing? What exactly, in what countries are we seeing this especially being a main problem, neocolonialism, and how is it coming up? Because the tactics are changing today.
Yes. So I think now we are really seeing it in some former French colonies. So most of the time they say former colonies, but when you see deeply, it's nothing really changed, because French government still have some control on some government, and we saw just what happened in Gabon. That's a coup, but when you see deeply, this coup was kind of manipulated from outside, and who manipulated the government. I mean the Gabonese politics. It's most of the time French. So yeah, we can see it from Gabon, but also from Congo Brazzaville. You can also see it in other former French colonies, and that's really where you can see it. But at some part of the in some part of the world, you can not easily find it because it's changing.
With the work that you do
Mm-hmm.
and the kind of lyrics that you have, I truly believe that it's important work. People need knowledge and awareness about this because many people are maybe blind
Mm-hmm.
to what is truly happening. Are you concerned about the work that you're putting out and how it affects you as a person?
Yes, I'm really concerned because
Sorry, for context, when looking at Sankara and Lumumba, they were betrayed
yes,
because they spoke out.
because they spoke out
You are
and
speaking out.
yes, but and now I'm living in exile, and who sent me in exile? It's not neo-colonialism, but it's a dictator from my country. So yeah, so I'm really concerned, and I also assume the struggle because yes, instead of just naming people like Lumumba, Sankara, we also have to involve ourselves in the struggle so that we can change things from inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I feel myself concerned, and also African youth. We need people like myself and others, many others who are doing or waging this struggle.
Do you think African youth have the courage?
African
Youth
Yes.
from especially these countries that
we do. When you see what's happened in Senegal, yes, there's hope.
There's
There's hope for the victory. I mean, the final victory, because each part of Africa is different, but we have the same struggle because we need more freedom of expression, more freedom of moving, more freedom of assembly. I mean, in general, we need more democratic states.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It's true, and that's why I brought you here, because we're seeing a decline in it, and we've got to speak about these problems that we're seeing. Now, what do you want to do next?
I
I'll
already
give you freedom.
wrapped.
You've already rapped, you've already drawn. You only left with act.
Okay, so let's go act.
You're the one to pick. I'm the one to guess what you're doing.
Okay.
Because I think the
So
art,
I don't have to
Talk.
talk.
Yeah.
Just, okay.
art
So,
is very important. These are all forms of art.
so follow me.
Okay. Picking, hiding. You're supposed to give me leads like yes. no.
Yes, yes.
Okay, picking and hiding. Money, stealing. No, we already
Yeah,
had stealing.
X.
Also.
It's kind of the same, yeah. But it's
Looting.
like big.
It's big.
Oh, I should not speak.
Yeah, you should not. People's money, taking people's money.
Yes, it's kind of. I think you found it, but
What's
let
the
me.
word?
So it's a sentence. It's plunder Africa's money.
Oh, yeah, at least
Yeah.
I got money. The plan I would never have guessed it in a
Yes.
1,000 years.
But it's related to money, so it's fine.
That's true.
Congrats.
So, that is something that I picked from your lyrics.
Mhm.
Do you want to find it?
Yes. Messieurs les présidents, vous prétendez tous lutter pour le développement de l'Afrique, mais vous fermez les frontières et empêchez aux Africains de communiquer pendant que vous pillez son fric, que vous dissimulez dans des comptes en Suisse. Et si on ne se nourrit que de poules et cuisses, vous favorisez la fuite des cerveaux, des capitaux et des mains habiles. La traite a vidé le continent de ses cerveaux et bras valides. Voilà que vous continuez le travail en gardant la monnaie de singe. Vous vous en servez et acculez la terre-mère à la perdition. Oh, I went too far.
No, I was
went too
enjoying.
far.
I'm like, wow.
I went too far.
The only thing I
Yeah.
understood is communicate.
Okay.
Communicate.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Communicate. Communicate. So that's a part. It's a part of the same song. So it's an open letter to African leaders.
Yeah.
And this part is talking about how African leaders are planning the public treasury, money from Africa, and then even in around, I mean, instead of using this money for the well-being of the people, they steal and take it out of countries. Each year we have more than 50 billions of dollars traveling from Africa to outside. Yeah, so that's a lot of money that was supposed to build hospitals, schools, educate people. Yeah.
Can I?
Yes, of
So
course.
that I read it for my English speaking audience.
Yes, please.
Like me. Monsieur le Président, dear Mr. President,
Yeah.
you claim to all be fighting for Africa's development, but you close the borders and prevent Africans from communicating. Absolutely. Well, you plunder Africa's money and hide it in Swiss bank accounts, outside bank accounts.
Yeah.
While we eat poorly, you encourage brain drain and capital flights. Skilled hands flee, the slave trade emptied the continent of its able minds and arms, and here you are continuing the work for monkey money. That is deep, for the lack of a better word. That is deep. Where are we seeing this? Well,
I mean,
the whole of Africa.
It's
the
everywhere in
whole of
Africa. So some countries are more involved than others, but
Yeah.
especially in Central Africa. You know, Central Africa is one of the parts of Africa where everything is like closed. It's kleptocracy is everywhere in Africa, but in Central Africa, it's like just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
And
think people are aware that this is happening?
people are aware, but because of repression, some of them cannot freely speak.
How can we start to speak and still stay safe? Do those two exist? Is it possible to speak up and be safe?
Yeah, it's possible to speak and stay safe when you have the support of many people, when you organize yourselves in movements, you see. So it's really complicated when you just speak and you are maybe one of 10 people speaking. So
Yeah.
we need our force as a Ballet Citoyen. Ballet Citoyen is a citizen movement from Burkina Faso. As they used to say, in French it's notre nombre et notre force. It means
I know
notre
number is
nombre,
number.
yeah,
Notre
et
is
notre force. So it just to translate it easily, it's the more we are, stronger we will be.
oh notre nombre.
Yes,
notre
it's
force.
our number that makes us
Stronger.
stronger. Yeah. So
That is true.
yeah. So to denounce those kind of things, because even some died because of speaking out. So we need to come together to organize ourselves.
Well, your English is my French. You're doing very well. You're doing very well. Do not be
Okay.
worried.
Thank you.
As long as you're communicating.
So that's it.
Thank you very much for coming. Now, as we wrap up, we have acted, we have drawn,
Yeah.
we have rapped.
We didn't really draw because 30 seconds for drawing.
It's very difficult, but
It's
that's what
very
makes
difficult.
it fun.
Yeah, that's
Because you've
that's
got
why.
to think on your toes
Yeah.
and communicate
Mhm.
very elaborate things in a very short time. Now my question is, what do you see for Africa? The work that you've done, the work that you continue to do through the arts.
Mhm.
What should we be focusing on as African youth, as African people, as well as we learn from the world,
Mhm.
but still acknowledge that we are seeing a decline in democracy and that is affecting our development? What kind of future do you hope for Africa, and is it even possible?
Yeah, I think the future is bright. The future is bright, even if now it's very difficult, and you can see in some situations like in Senegal, there's hope coming from Senegal, and
We have a young president.
we have a young president, and he's coming from a background where is a freedom fighter,
Yeah.
and this is why we still fighting, because we know at some point we need to still fighting so that we can allow our continent and some of our countries to be free. There's some examples of good democracies, especially in Kenya, in Malawi, some East African countries. You have some freedom. You have some free African countries, and
Yeah.
we hope the world continent will get to that. That's why, as Barack Obama used to say, Africa doesn't need strong men but strong institutions, and who will make those institutions stronger?
Strong.
We are the one, we the youth. We have to organize and mobilize ourselves so that we can protect our institutions, because institutions are there, but there's people manipulating institutions.
Yeah.
So we have to come together, organize ourselves, and keep fighting. That's the only way.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Christine.
Where can people find you? We need to listen to
So
Martial's
I think
music.
you will put my name right here
Very
or somewhere
much.
here on the
Yes.
top, and that's my name. With this name, you just have to Google it, and you will find me everywhere on social media and also on streaming platforms. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something new about your continent. And if you're not from Africa, about Africa and the struggles that different people are facing, but also the fact that there is hope for a better future.
Yes.
Africa's population majority of it is youth. So
Yes.
we do see a better future, but we've got to be part of that process when creating that future. And we've gotten to hear someone rap very, very well.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Goodbye.
Bye.